grind to the sun up. Who meant them talking on that side? What? Yeah. Who meant them talking on that side? Told man them shut up. Grind to the sun up. Grind. What? Who meant them talking on that side? You a joke made fun of.
Yo, what up, squad? Welcome back to HOODROK Entertainment, realest, illest, dopest, most active reaction channel on YouTube. If it's your first time visiting my channel, click up, squad up, tap in, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and do that. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well. You don't want to miss the drop. So, it's Sunday night here in New Zealand, so we're still going to carry on with the sports vibes. You know, in the weekend, I do all the sports. And during the week, we hit the music, the geography, history, comedy, stuff like that. So, we got 5 times Michael Jordan sought revenge. Now, I'm dying to get into this because I'm kind of intrigued. Like, I don't know what they mean by seek revenge, you know, whether someone dunked on him in a game and he had to dunk on them back or something, or whether, people were talking that trash and he, you know what I mean? I don't know what to expect here, but who the hell would be stupid enough to piss this man off? You know what I mean? During a game or anything like that, for that matter. Like, it's Michael Jordan, bro. You know what I mean? So, I'm ready to get into this. I got the joint rolled. We got the joint rolled. Got the drink. Got the sweets. You know what I mean? So, let's get into this, bro. Don't forget, send these bangers. Send in some more of these bangers, bro. Drop them in the comment section. Get at me on Instagram. All of that. Let's do it. Just get out of here. Oh, one more thing. I'm not a Raptors fan. I'm not a big Raptors fan. It's the only basketball cap I got. So, well, the only NBA cap I got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 caps in this room. And I chose this one because it's the only NBA one I've got.
Paul, are you okay? You should have left them on the street where you found them.
Get off me, man! Right here, the murder. Get him out of here! Get him out of here! Move out of here! Get him out of here! Get him out of here, brother!
Now, you knocked him down. Why don't you try knocking me down now?
Tommy gun only fights in the ring. Get out of here.
My ring's outside. Yeah? Let's do it.
Come on!
Let's do it.
There's nothing like some good old revenge. It leaves you with a satisfying feeling like you're on top of the world. And Michael Jordan certainly has had his fair share of that experience. When you tick him off or provoke him in any way, he turns psychotic. Once you poke the bear, it's too late. You better believe he's going after you. Psychotic.
That was one of the dopest videos I've seen. I reacted to. Well, that clip was in a video that I reacted to. That's one of the dopest ones I've seen. At the end of this, he kills, he wipes the floor with this dude. But at the end of it, he turns around and he's pointing at the wall and he's like, take a look around you, bro. Take a look around. He's pointing at the championship banners that are hanging around the wall and he's like, bro, take a look around you. You had nothing to do with that. Don't ever call me out of retirement for this bullshit. That's what he says.
Once you poke the bear, it's too late. You better believe he's going after you.
You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you.
Shout out Denzel. Shout out Denzel.
Ain't got shit on me.
So sit back and relax as we go through some of the best Michael Jordan revenge stories. Contrary to popular belief, Jordan does have the ability to get along with his opponents. He didn't feel like being intense all the time. Playing golf was his go-to off-the-court activity, and didn't mind if a player wanted to tag along. But that hospitality...
Didn't he do it professionally? Didn't he like... I'm not too sure, but... something's picking at my brain there. He played golf as well. I know that he played baseball and all of that, but...
I know he was good at golf, but
I'm sure he played professional golf.
MJ would befriend his opponents, making them think that he's a nice guy, just to gain a competitive advantage.
His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy them.
And if
I get this now. So this is when people are talking trash about Michael Jordan, whether it's on the court or off the court. That was a coach.
would befriend his opponents, making them think that he's a nice guy, just to gain a competitive advantage.
His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy them.
And if Van Gundy thought that he could get away with that without any consequences, he was wrong. He made those comments the day before his New York Knicks were about to play the Chicago Bulls. And the next morning, his quotes were all over the Chicago newspaper. And that's when Jordan saw what he said. And that only gave him extra motivation to go out there and destroy. It was January 21st, 1997.
Let me just move this. I'll make it smaller as well. Yo, what a fool though. Like, what a fool though. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Do you think you're going to give your team the edge? Do you know what I mean? As a coach, you mean to be smarter than that, bro? Do you really think you're going to give your team the edge when you piss off not only the best player on their team, but the best player walking the mobile planet? Come on, bro. You're doing yourself a disfavor and your team. You know what I mean?
Knicks visiting Chicago. Once the ball was thrown up in the air, it was time for some sweet revenge. Michael had a personal vendetta for Van Gundy.
They shot less than 40%. Jordan gets his first of the night.
I think he felt he got pushed a little bit.
I would pass. Oh, he didn't look happy.
And then he glanced over to the New York bench.
Man, you ain't look happy, bro.
1:10 to go. Jordan in the post.
Oh, shit.
Jordan joying with Jeff Van Gundy.
Jordan was cursing at Jeff Van Gundy during the entire game.
Jordan
Yo, what's up? 49.
Jordan now has 51.
Bro, 50. Bro. Are you kidding me, bro? You stupid. You stupid, bro. You go, come on, bro. Like they said at the start, you poke the bear with the stick. Now what's happening, bro? 51 points, bro. You get out of here.
Jordan now has 51. And he is screaming at Jeff Van Gundy.
MJ ended the game with
Look at him.
51.
Look at him. What's up, boy? What's up, nigga? Shit.
Points, doing exactly what he planned to do. He was unstoppable, but he wasn't done yet. It was said that immediately after the game, he ran to find Jeff Van Gundy once again and continued to curse him out in the tunnel. Then Van Gundy tried to backtrack what he said during a post-game interview.
Yo, you need a toupee for starters, bro. For starters, you need to invest in a toupee, man. Shit. That 9-head ain't doing you no favors. You must have lost some brain cells with all that hair. You know what I mean?
What's that now? I couldn't hear you.
Regret saying some of the things throughout the course of the week about Michael Jordan.
I didn't say anything this week about it.
What did you say to him after that last basket?
Did he just say I didn't say anything about him? Is that what I just heard? I just hear that?
Post-game interview.
What's that now? I couldn't hear you.
Regret saying some of the things throughout the course of the week about Michael Jordan.
I didn't say anything this week about it.
What did you say to him after that last basket?
Off-the-court activity, and didn't mind if a player wanted to tag along. But that hospitality wasn't fooling Jeff Van Gundy. Van Gundy said that MJ would befriend his opponents, making them think that he's a nice guy, just to gain a competitive advantage.
His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy them.
I thought I'd just run there, babe, just to play that. I said to make sure I heard that. Now let's run this.
Some of the things throughout the course of the week about Michael Jordan.
I didn't say anything this week about it.
What did you say to him after that last basket?
George Word.
Yeah, what up, Mike? Tell him what's up.
Now, you would think that George Karl would learn from Van Gundy's mistake.
Another dude that needs a toupee.
Was only one.
Yo, these dudes need Donald Trump's number, man. They need to get one of them comb over situations going on, but Bro, both these dudes without... Yo, come on, bro. What's with the bold dudes talking shit about Jordan? What's up with that?
A week after that Knicks game,
A week later.
Knicks coach Jeff Van Gundy, in effect, called Michael Jordan a con man. He reacted with a 51-point game. Well, this week, as you've seen in the pregame, George Karl said Michael Jordan was playing as if he didn't want to get hurt. I asked Michael about that. He said George Karl is just playing mind games.
as you just heard right there, earlier that week, as George Karl's Supersonics were getting ready to face the Bulls, he said that Michael Jordan basically became a jump shooter in order to avoid getting hurt while driving to the hoop. And he went on to say that Jordan changed his game because he...
That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Michael Jordan, too scared to drive it to the hoop. Got to be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
He could no longer fly to the basket for dunks, and that he was holding back in order to protect himself in the later stages of his career.
And anyway, even if he was, what's so bad about that? Like, isn't that what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to sort of like, you know what I mean? You gotta think of your future, bro. You know what I mean? If you could still post up the shots and win the game for your team without putting your body on the line so much as you get in the later stages of your career, then who gives a shit?
Changed his game because he could no longer fly to the basket for dunks, and that he was holding back in order to protect himself in the later stages of his career. The air has gone out of Jordan's game, and Michael did not hesitate to quickly respond. Quote, "I'm not scared to go anywhere on the court. When teams give me the jump shot, I'll take it. If they take away the lanes, I'll go for the jump shot." And Ron Harper had some advice for Karl. If I was...
You see, yeah, I'd be quiet, so would I. Shit. But, you see what I mean? Like, because he's so well, because that's the problem. When you do something so good, and you put people in awe, sorry about the crackling noise, and you put so many people in awe so many times, they always expect you to do that, bro. So... You know what I mean? It's not like... Alright. It's not like a dunk's worth 4 points or a dunk's worth 5 points or anything. A dunk's worth 2 points. Just as much as a shot. You know what I mean? So it's like... Who cares if I'm not going to the rim, nigga? I'm putting the motherfucking shots up. I'm putting the 2 points up. Every time, you know what I mean?
Coach Karl, I'd be quiet. To say anything about Michael's game is ridiculous. Even though Michael did get his point across verbally, he wasn't finished with George Karl yet.
No,
it was February 1st, 1997, about 8 months after the Bulls defeated Seattle in the '96 finals. And right out of the gate, instead of falling for the trap and driving to the basket like Coach Karl wanted, Jordan did the exact thing Karl was talking about. Shoot multiple jump shots. MJ was on fire. He was shooting a half-court shot right in front of George Karl.
Cross the midcourt
line. Yo, you can't get any worse than that. You just been telling us you don't. Because you know he's so good at shooting, right? You try and make him go to the rim. Thing with Jordan is, though, if you're going to make him go to the rim, you see, the hard thing about that is, 9 times out of 10, he's going to get that shot and probably get the extra. Probably going to get fouled going to the hoop. You know what I mean? So, you're kind of in a catch-22 situation. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? But I get what he was trying to do. Obviously didn't work.
Such an amazing distance. I think George
That's embarrassing. You've been telling this dude, you're too scared to go to the rim, bro. And he's like, yeah, you're right. No, basically, this is say. He's like, yeah, you're right, bro. But hey, you know what though? all night. I can do this all night. Yeah, I'm scared to go to the rim, but yo, just wipe the floor with your ass, nigga.
I've seen him drive to the basket, then take that jump shot.
Jordan continued to dominate with his jump shot all night long, making Coach Carl feel stupid for ever opening his mouth.
Coach Carl had made the comments that Michael Jordan may be becoming too much of a jump shooter. Well, here's a jump shot on a little hesitation move over Hersey Hawkins and just
looking at him.
Look over towards the bench.
Look at him. I saw that. I saw that. Look at him. He's looking at him.
Hawkins and just a little look over towards the bench and backing up to say, there's your jump shot.
Eventually, it was getting ridiculous. Jordan could not be stopped, as he ultimately ended the game with 45 points.
Michael.
Damn.
The statements by George Carl saying
Bro.
he's playing.
What? Bro, 51 points one week, 45 points in next week. It's 96 points in 2 games, bro. That's crazy, bro. What? No, that's insane, bro.
You're more or less trying to get me to go to the hole. I'm going to shoot my jump shot. Defense will give me the jump shot. I'm going to
take it,
if
bro.
You let me
All
go
day.
to the hole, open up the lane. I go to the hole.
After
All
the
day.
game, Ron Harper commented
All day,
again,
bro.
saying, "I'm surprised the coaches don't learn. Every time they say something about Michael, it hurts their team."
Facts.
Well, this
Big
next
facts.
coach, John Calipari, actually did learn to keep quiet. He saw what happened to
Oh,
the
okay.
last 2 coaches and
All
wanted
right.
none of that.
Smart
We
man.
all are aware that MJ and the 98
Smart
Bulls
man.
were determined to complete their second three-peat, and their first opponent in the 98 playoffs were the New Jersey Nets, with John Calipari as their head coach. The first 2 games of the
problem?
series were close, but Chicago found a way to get both victories, and they only needed to win 1 more game to sweep the Nets. Since this was back when the first round was the best of 5, New Jersey went into Game 3 believing that they had a great chance to win this one, considering they were so close to winning the other 2 games. But when you're facing a man that literally makes up scenarios in his head in order to just find anything that will fuel him, you're probably in trouble. You see,
you are.
Coach Calipari didn't necessarily do anything wrong in this particular instance. He didn't say a single word to or about Jordan, but he didn't have to. It was just the way he coached that rubbed Jordan the wrong way. Michael said he found it very annoying that John Calipari was always screaming towards his players at the top of his lungs, running up and down the court. He thought he was overdoing it with his sideline antics, and said that he doesn't know how the Nets players deal with him. Well, it looked like Jordan found his reason to go ahead and torch them. He went with it and never looked back. Found his reason to go ahead.
Look at that diff stick. Look at this diff
Players
stick.
deal with him. Well, it looked like Jordan.
Look at the diff stick from Jordan. Yo.
Found his reason to go
He
ahead.
just don't
and
like
torch
you,
them.
so he's gonna
He went with
destroy
it
your
and
ass.
never looked back.
And here's Jordan left open for the 3, and he's got it. Michael Jordan.
He has been a potent weapon for the Bulls against the Nets this year. Jordan working against Kittles. Gets Kittles in the air, and Jordan hits. Patented Michael J. 4 fouls. Jordan coming around a Rodman screen hits. Michael Jordan now with 36 points. He's hardly missed from the field.
Rodman was so underrated, bro. Rodman was so... It's not like Rodman was underrated. He made himself rated. He was such a personality that he made himself rated. But a lot of the things that he did on the court, bro, were overseen because they weren't the flashy things, you know what I mean? He wasn't doing that flashy shit. But his work ethic is crazy, bro. Look at the way he moves on the court. He's always there. He's aggressive. He's always in the face. He's always backing up his players, bro. Dennis Rodman was fire.
Michael J. 4 fouls. Jordan coming around a Rodman screen hits. Michael Jordan now with 36 points. He's hardly missed from the field.
36 points.
Here, and like we say, they play in peaks and valleys.
Michael Jordan with a very difficult shot.
Nasty.
Toward the baseline.
Michael finished off the Nets with 38 points, and later, after the game, John Calipari said this about Jordan's death.
Hey, I posted on that, but too. You choked on my damn sweet. Are you kidding me? And I thought Jordan averaged 31, 32 points or something ridiculous like that. So I know he had a lot of games in the 30s, but one more shot, that would have been 40 points, bro.
Stare.
Ridiculous.
Quote, I didn't stare back. There is one thing I would never do as a coach. Say anything to Michael Jordan. Not one word. If he wants to stare at me, I'm not going to say anything to him.
That's the wisest thing I've heard on this so far.
No matter what you do, you're never really safe. But
No, you're not.
this next player was literally asking for it. It
I
was
was playing now?
1994, during Michael Jordan's baseball days. Brian Russell, who was a member of the Utah Jazz, was preparing to play Chicago in an
This is a classic. This is a classic. I remember this.
upcoming game. So the night before, he went to go work out, and that's when he saw Michael
I've
Jordan
seen another
with his
video.
baseball trainer and thought
They've
it
talked
was the
about this.
perfect opportunity to introduce himself. So he went up to MJ and said, "Why'd you quit? Why did you retire? I really wanted to get the chance to guard you and defend you, because I know I can stop you."
Dumbass motherfucker.
And Jordan just laughed it off and acted like he wasn't even bothered. But we all know Michael made sure to remember what he said.
Keep a
Now,
mental
fast
note of that
forward
shit.
to 1996, Jordan was back in the league. And when he played Utah, he was well aware that Russell would be there. And right before the jump ball, he turned to Russell and said, "Remember back in 94? You're about to get your chance."
Oh, what a move by Whoa!
He crossed the shit out that man. Bro, he crossed him so bad. Even after they shot, the dude's eyes were like this. The dude's eyes were like, how did he go?
Oh, what a move by Whoa! Got a right, little left. What a show, and they love it here in Utah. Watch Michael's move. Watch this. Whoop! Where'd he go? Oh, man. Poor Brian Russell. That broke his ankles.
And ever since, Brian Russell had a huge bullseye on his back as MJ made an effort to go after him every single time they played each other. Now, fast forward again a couple years later, Jordan could practically taste his 6th championship as he would get a chance.
Sorry, bro. This is the game that I'm talking about. I'm talking about this game here. I'm talking about this game.
To take the lead after stripping the ball from Malone. And would you look at that, Michael couldn't ask for a better guy to guard him. Russell claimed that Jordan obviously pushed off.
He pushed off. Yeah, man, we all heard that excuse. We heard that excuse, bro. We heard that excuse. And I've seen that. I've seen that move from many angles. I watched this game. I was watching this game, but I saw that move from different camera angles. He didn't push off, bro.
Guy to guard him. Russell claimed that Jordan obviously pushed off. But at the end of the day, there was nothing he can do about it. Many years later, at the tail end of MJ's Hall of Fame speech, he talked a little bit about Brian Russell and said this.
Believe me, I relished on that point, and from this day forward, if I ever see him in shorts, I'm coming at him.
That's dope.
And Russell took that as a challenge.
We go for it. Good. Just making sure I stay in somewhat shape. And getting ready to call out MJ.
Oh, man.
You and Michael on this court, you 5-6, game 7, who wins? On this side,
I'll whoop his ass.
That's it.
Hands down.
Okay, last one. When MJ arrived on the scene, he was like nothing we've ever seen before. He had stardom written all over him and effortlessly made the All-Star team as a rookie. But what was supposed to be a special night for the young kid turned out to be ruined by what is now known as the infamous freeze-out. It's been said that it led...
Is that how we're going to end this? We're going to end it like this? Alright. I remember this, bro. What a sore loser, bro. What a sore loser. Remember him walking off? Remember him and the Pistons walking off because they got their asses whipped? Come on, bro.
Allegedly, Isaiah Thomas came up with a plan to not pass Jordan the ball on purpose and convinced all the other players to do the same, which seemed to have actually worked, considering Jordan only scored 7 points for the whole night. Some people say that everyone was jealous by all the attention MJ was getting, and they found him very arrogant. And others say it was because MJ was more beloved in the city of Chicago than Isaiah was, who is a Chicago native. Either way, they did not want...
Hold up, what? I didn't know that.
Than Isaiah was, who is a Chicago native. Either way, they did not want Jordan to be the star of the All-Star game. And it looked like Jordan took it personal, because just 2 nights later, the Chicago Bulls' very first opponent after the All-Star break was the Detroit Pistons. And Michael absolutely went off, putting up 49 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists. And from there on out, Michael played possessed whenever...
Didn't he get Isaiah Thomas? Didn't he get him? Well, wasn't Michael Jordan the reason why Isaiah Thomas didn't get selected for the All-Stars the year after that? Wasn't it? Yo, correct me if I'm wrong though, but I'm pretty sure that that's what I thought the revenge was he was going to talk about, was, yo, he got his revenge back the year later when, I'm pretty sure, because I watched The Last Dance, I'm pretty sure he asked who was on the team. And he said he'd only play if Isaiah Thomas wasn't on the team. So if they wanted Jordan, they couldn't select him, so...
Whenever he faced Detroit, forming a rivalry. But Jordan and the Bulls kept coming up short in the playoffs. They just couldn't seem to get past the Pistons until finally, in 1991, they swept them, causing Isaiah and the rest of the team to walk off without shaking hands. And MJ took that as a slap to the face. And a few months later, Isaiah would learn to regret that decision. In the summer of 1991, the members of the USA Basketball Committee took note and...
Oh, here we go. My bad, bro. My bad. I should have just kept playing it. I have a habit of pausing it a lot, bro. You know what I mean?
Remembered the unsportsmanlike move Isaiah did and decided to leave him off of the 1992 Olympic team. Now
I think there was more to that than that.
At first, many were confused about that decision, but then it all started to make sense. Because it was rumored that Michael orchestrated the whole thing by saying that he would only play on the team if Isaiah was not on the team, getting some sweet revenge with his own little freeze-out. Alright guys, I know there are several more Michael Jordan revenge stories out there, but this is where I'm gonna end the video. So make sure to comment down below what your favorite one was, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
They were all pretty dope. They were all pretty fun. We're all pretty fun. They're all idiots, bro. Every single person only was an idiot. That's all you could say about them. You know what I mean? Bro, that was funny as hell, though. Anyway. Thanks for tapping in. Run the numbers up on this. I'm high as hell. That was a dope video, bro. For real. Keep sending these bangers and let me know which ones you want me to react to next, and I'll definitely jump on those. Alright? Appreciate the support, bro. Stay safe, stay dangerous. We out. Peace.